do call the ambulance.
عشان كده مهم قوي ان انت تتكلم الاسعاف.
Okay, because we're just trying to be their oxygen and get the blood through until so they don't have long-term damage.
احنا بس بنحاول نحافظ عليه بس عشان ما يحصلوش حاجه على المدى الطويل لغايه ما الاسعاف توصل.
Okay, we do the same thing with a baby.
نعمل نفس الحاجه على بيبي صغير.
Okay, but instead of using 2 hands and that much pressure because the baby's so small.
بس بدل ما احنا نستعمل ايدينا الاثنين والضغط جامد قوي كده عشان البيبي صغير.
We're going to use 2 fingers.
نستعمل صباعين بس.
Okay, and we're going to do 30 compressions still on the chest.
هنعمل برضه 30 برضه على الصدر.
Okay, and then you're going to give 2 breaths.
وبعدين هندي نفس.
Okay, the breath for a baby is basically just what you can fit in your mouth, like.
نفس للبيبي بس على قد بقك يعني اللي هو قليل.
Because they're so small.
صغيرين.
Okay, so this is the same thing that CPR we would still do if somebody was choking and went unconscious.
فالتنفس الصناعي هنعمله برضه لو حد زور واغمى عليه.
Okay, and again they're not breathing, right? We do our look, listen, and feel as if they're not breathing.
احنا برضه عملنا بصينا حسينا شفنا وهو مش بيتنفسوا.
If somebody's unconscious but they're breathing.
لو حد اغمى عليه بس بيتنفس.
Okay, there's not a whole lot that we can do.
مش بايدينا الحاجة اللي نعملها قوي.
Because we can't see inside the body, we don't know what's going on.
احنا مش قادرين نبص جوه الجسم عشان نعرف ايه اللي بيحصل.
Right, but they say that when people are unconscious, sometimes they can still hear what's going on.
بس بيقولوا الناس اللي اغمى عليها ساعات بيسمعوا ايه اللي بيحصل.
So it's important to remember what you're saying and how you're saying it.
فالمهم ان انت تفتكر ان انت بتقول ايه والطريقة اللي انت بتقولها ايه.
Okay, to try to keep that person calm.
انت تحاول برضه تخلي البني ادم ده مستريح.
Okay, but if they're not breathing, we're going to go right in and do 30 compressions to 2 breaths.
بس ولو هو مش بيتنفس هنخش وهنضغط 30 مرة لنفسين على طول.
Okay.
تمام.
Any questions?
أي أسئلة؟
لكن انتوا 30
اه.
كده و 30 لا
saying 30 is too much.
So we say 30. So we do 30 to 2, but again, that's just what our standards are in Canada.
احنا بنعمل 30 بس هو ده الطبيعي عندنا في كندا.
But I always tell people too, I mean, if you do 25 or you do 34, you're doing the best that you can.
لو عملت 25 او عملت 34 انت برضه عملت اللي عليك يعني.
One reason is that if we do, because out of the 30, you're hoping to get a lot of them hard enough and good enough to get that blood all the way around the body.
عايز افهم ان هي الضلوع تتكسر.
ايوه ما هو ازاي I want you to understand that brains are gonna break.
Yeah.
اه.
Yeah, if you're yeah.
طول من ال 30 انت بتحاول ان انت منهم شويه بس تتاكد ان هم كويس كفايه ان الدم يبقى وصل يتحرك للجسم كله. فانت بتحاول تجيب اخرك بس.
But it's better than dying.
احسن اكسر الضلوع بس احسن من ما يموت.
Yes.
مثلا على الكون اللي هو الانسان لو بلع نفس القصه
في سموش ولا
That was the other question that the other guy had.
سألنا السؤال ده قبل كده.
Okay, so we could move right into seizures then, because that's usually when.
وهنرد على التشنجات برضه في نفس الوقت.
Okay, so we'll talk a little bit about seizures. Also, sometimes if people just have way too much alcohol or drugs.
ساعات لما الناس تبقى شاربة خمرة جامد أو ضاربين جامد.
And then people are concerned sometimes when they swallow their tongue.
أو إن هو يعني حد يبلع لسانه.
The fact is actually you can't actually swallow your own tongue.
الحقيقة العلمية إن أنت ما ينفعش تبلع اللسان.
Because of this.
عشان البتاع ده.
But what happens sometimes is if people are on drugs or they're way too much alcohol,
بس الساعات اللي بيحصل لو حد ضارب او شارب جامد
and they're lying flat on their back,
ونايم على ظهره،
what happens is your body goes into this state where everything just completely relaxes, all your muscles and everything relax.
جسمك بيخش كده في راحة تامة وكل عضلاتك بتريح وكل حاجة.
And so especially when you're laying on your back, what happens is that your tongue relaxes and it just kind of falls back and it blocks your airway.
هو لسانك بتروح يعني بتريح وبتروح واقعة لورا وتروح سادة بس الهواء والتنفس.
Okay, so I'll get to that in a sec. So same thing, somebody had asked me this morning about seizures.
ففي حد سأل على التشنجات.
Right? So I'm just going to talk about seizures and then I'll show you a position that we use if we're worried about somebody choking by relaxing their tongue or.
هتكلم عن التشنجات وبعدين هوري لكم وضع لو حد احنا خايفين ان هو يبلع لسانه او يحصل حاجه من النوع.
So the thing with seizures is that it's involuntary muscle contractions.
الفكره في التشنجات ان هي بتبقى العضلات بتتحرك بطريقه غير تطوعيه.
And so because that's something that your body is just doing involuntarily because of the electrical connectivity in the body.
الفكره ان بسبب ان جسمك بيعمل كده بسبب الكهرباء الزياده والحركه الزياده.
Basically what we do is we make sure that the area is safe for the person having the seizure or the convulsions.
اهم حاجه ان احنا نتاكد ان الحته اللي هو بيعمل فيها التشنجات امنه.
And sometimes they can be very minor, but sometimes they can be very animated.
ساعات يعني بتبقى حاجات صغيرة بس ساعات بيبقى غشيم وبيتحرك جامد.
So the first thing we want to do is we want to just make sure that the area is safe. There's nothing that if the person is convulsing that they're going to hit or smash that's going to fall on them.
فأهم حاجة إن إحنا عايزين نتأكد إن الحتة اللي هو بيتشنج فيها مفيش حاجة يخبط فيها ممكن يعور حاجة يكسر حاجة بتاع.
As well as we want to watch the head and stuff, that they're not banging it off of the floor, off anything hard.
وعايزين نتأكد إن هو راسه مش بيخبط في حاجة مش هيخبط في حاجة.
So what we suggest is that you get anything, blankets, pillows, anything that's soft that you can put underneath their head.
فاحنا بنقترح ان انت تجيب اي حاجه مريحه، مخدات، بطاطين تحطها تحت راسه.
So that they don't end up with some sort of a head injury.
عشان بس ما يخبطش راسه ويعور راسه جامد ويحصل مصيبه فيه.
Okay, a lot of the times people that are having seizures,
معظم الاوقات لما حد بيبقى عنده تشنجات
depending on the reason for it,
على حسب ليه حصلت،
they'll only last for about a minute or two.
مش هتطول اكتر من دقيقه دقيقتين.
Okay, sometimes they're going to lose their bowels.
ساعات هيرجعوا جامد.
Okay, so we want to make sure that the area is safe for them. We want to move anybody away that's just standing around watching.
عايزين برضه نبعد الناس اللي جايه تتفرج وبتاع، ما نخليش ناس موجوده.
Just to give some respect and dignity to the person on the ground, also so that they're not interfering with our thinking.
برضه عشان نديله شويه احترام وشويه كرامه وكمان عشان بس ما حدش يبقى مزودنا قادرين ان احنا نفكر كويس.
And we're just going to let the seizure take its course.
هنخلي بقى التشنجات تكمل براحتها.
Okay? If the person is having multiple seizures,
بس لو البني ادم بقى ابتدت التشنجات تزيد
or the seizure isn't stopping,
او التشنجات مش بتقف،
or they're having a problem with their breathing,
او ابتدى الموضوع بقى يتطور مشكله في التنفس.
okay? In those cases, we would want to call an ambulance because something else is going on inside them.
بعد المرحله دي لازم نكلم اسعاف عشان الموضوع كبر.
But otherwise, we just let the seizure take its course.
بس غير كده سيب التشنجات تكمل.
Once the person is done and they're no longer having the convulsions,
أول ما البني آدم يخلص تشنجاته وخلاص خلصنا.
okay, and I know that they're breathing.
وأنا عارف إن هو بيتنفس.
Okay, this is just a position that we use. We call it the recovery position.
ودي بس موضع احنا بنستعمله بنسميه الموضع الإعادة التأهيلي.
Okay, and basically it's a really good position because if you have a fear that the person's going to swallow their tongue,
وهو الموضوع ده كويس قوي عشان انت خايف ان هو يبلع لسانه او حاجه
or they're gonna vomit,
او هيرجع.
okay, we want to be able, so we move, whichever way we're gonna roll them, we move that arm up.
بنرفع الايد اليمين.
We place the other hand across and put it on their shoulder.
بنرفع الايد الثانيه ونحطها قوم. ونرفعها ونحطها على الكتف.
Yeah, you can get up and move if you want to see, it's fine. Okay, so we bring it up. Then what I'm going to do is I'll put my hand under her neck so I'm supporting her head and her neck.
بنزل على البداية تحت الرقبة عشان اسند الرقبة والراس.
Okay, and I'm going to roll.
بعدين هقلب.
Okay, just like that.
بس كده.
Okay, the reason is that if she's breathing right now, her tongue isn't going to relax and block the airway.
السبب ان هو الهواء بيتنفس دلوقتي اللسان مش هيريلاكس ويقفل التنفس.
And also if she vomits or anything, it's going to come out. It's not going to get stuck.
وكمان لو رجع او اي حاجه الترجيع هيقع كده مش هيقع الناحيه التانيه.
Okay, this is also a good position if I had to go and get something, or I had to go call 911.
وده وضع كويس ان انت لو انت محتاج ان انت تقوم تجيب حاجه او تقوم تكلم الاسعاف او تلحق اي حاجه تانيه.
This will be the safest position for her to be in the event she does vomit or anything.
ده امن وضع لو حصل اي حاجه رجعت بتاع نسيبه على الوضع ده.
Okay, so if it's a seizure or something, just have them rest, and again, just make sure you communicate.
وطبعا التشنجات برضو بتخليك برضو بتتكلم معاه.
Right, again, when people after they have seizures or anything like that, they're kind of disoriented.
والناس بعد ما بتبقى طالعه من التشنجات بتبقى متلخبطه.
You just want to give them a few minutes, have them lay there, be very comforting, just talk to them, let them know it's going to be okay.
اديلهم دقايق كده لوحدهم واتكلم معاهم وطبطب وهديهم كده.
Okay, and then again, just continue to monitor their airway and their breathing.
دايما برضو بتخليك مراقب التنفس وان هو الحته دي مش مسدوده.
Okay, a lot of times people that have seizures, if it's because of epilepsy or a medical condition, anything like that, they can start to feel it coming on.
ومعظم الاوقات ولا هو عنده الصرعه او عنده مشاكل بيحس قبل ما تيجي.
Okay, so if that's the case, we can just easily roll the person back over and let them.
لو احنا خايفين من الستروكس هي بتتكلم عن الصرع. لو احنا حاسين المشكله ان هي الصرع او كده احنا سهل علينا احنا نروح عندنا ونبقى جاهزين من بدري.
Okay. Any questions?
اي اسئله؟
Is that a little bit helpful
كانت مفيده؟
for the tongue? Okay.
للسان.